Alright, today we're going to bleed the clutch on Little Red here. The fluid looks really bad, and I tested it and it's bad. And I'm really not sure when it was last replaced, which is, I guess, bad on my bad. So what we're going to do is we'll jack the car up, and I'll show you we can probably access it right from the left side over here, or I'm sorry, the right side. And we'll take the tire off, and then we should be able to get into it. We'll empty the fluid in the reservoir, pour in some new fluid, and then bleed the clutch. Alright, we'll take the front wheel off, and I've got locking lug nuts, so I've got to take the locking lug nut off first. So we'll put the key on. And we'll get it off. Alright. Now this is the clutch reservoir right here. You can see it's pretty dark. Like I say, I did test it, and it's definitely, the fluid's bad. So we're going to clean that bad fluid out of there. For bleeding the clutch, that's it right there. You can see the little nipple there with the rubber cap on it. There it is. And that's where we'll put our hose, and we'll suck out all the bad fluid. Alright, to get the fluid out of here, just going to remove the lid. I'll set that aside. Don't want to get anything dirty with it. And I just use a turkey baster. Just go in, suck out the bad fluid. And put it in the bottle. I'm doing the best I can to try and keep any brake fluid off of the paint. Brake fluid and paint doesn't go too well, so get what I can here. And after I've done that, I'm going to take a paper towel now and go down in there and see if I can suck up some more out of it. The much bad juices I can get out, the better. Alright, I got quite a bit of the juice out of there. Stick it in one more time here with a cleaner one. Just kind of rub it around inside there. Now I know what you're thinking. Why, he's an idiot, he's doing that, he's going to introduce stuff in there. I'm not. These are special paper towels that don't have any kind of lint or anything on them. Alright, now the next step is to fill the reservoir with some nice clean fluid. So we'll pour some in. And then we'll start bleeding the clutch, and while we're bleeding it, we'll pull some liquid out, and then we have to keep an eye on this because we don't want this to go dry. We don't want to pull any air into the system, so let's go underneath the car and get the clutch loosened up and bleed the clutch. Alright, I have no idea if you're going to be able to see this. I've pumped up my bleeder tool to about 20-25 pounds. I'm going to take my 8mm wrench now and come in here and loosen the wrench, and fluid's going to start coming out. And tighten it back up here. Now, I'm not sure. You can tell we've gotten quite a bit of fluid out of it, and it's all dark, so we're going to empty this out, and hopefully now we'll start seeing clear coming in. Alright, I filled up the reservoir, and we'll try and suck some more. Make sure we're getting some clear fluid coming out of it now. I sure hope you can see this. I don't know, this is the hardest thing to film because it's really tight quarters here. And all I'm really seeing is nice clear fluid coming out of here. And we're going to close her up. And go take a look at the reservoir and make sure it's at the fill level. Okay, and it was, so we can take our bleeder piece off here and just make sure our bleeder valve is tight. You don't have to be really hard on that. It's just make it snug. It's a really small piece of metal, and then we'll put our little rubber booty on it. And that's it. We've bled the clutch. Hopefully you were able to see that. Okay, that's it for bleeding the clutch. And while you got the tire off, you may want to take a look at what your brake pads look like on your car. Make sure they're okay. And it's easiest now to go ahead and take a look at them. They look good. So let's get the tire back on the car. Okay, well I put these on. The torque spec for this is 90 to 108. So I usually round it off to about 100. And of course you're going to have to put the car back down on the ground so that the tire is solid, otherwise it's just going to spin on you. So I'll get the tire on and then remove my jack stand, remove my jack, and we're all done. All right, and that's it.